Did you not meet him and the rest of your siblings in the afterlife?
I was not allowed to move on into the afterlife. But even if I had, I don't believe I would have found them there. I feel like they may not have died at all on that fateful day, all those years ago.
But if they didn't die like the stories told, where did they go?
I feel you might find out very soon.
Where am I?
Where were you on the night of November 18th, year 100?
I have to remember. I've been through so much since then.
Answer the question.
Well,
Excuse me for a moment. I must attend to some business.
Continue.
you don't want me to start over?
I've been watching.
Well,
Why did you enter the machine and activate it just moments before the collapse? Answer the question.
I... Did what I think really just happen? Did they really escape? Without us? It can't be.
Hey all of you, the food disposal system is jammed and broken by some of your inmate buddies. Don't go try using it until it's fixed.
What's going on, Morgan? I'm all of a sudden in my body after years of being dead, and now I'm here.
I don't know. Aside from the fact that I've been alive for the past 5 years, I'm in the same position as you. I don't know anything, and I don't like it. But who knows how often we'll get to eat here, so let's take advantage of this time while we can.
I got sent here a little before you did. I've already gone through one full rotation of the cycle that this prison operates on. It feels like time moves differently here, so I don't know how long it's been since I've arrived. What we really need to take advantage of is this time to converse with one another.
You're right. I suppose they wouldn't let us starve to death if they need information. Speaking of which, did what I think really just happen during the interrogations?
I think so. We don't see them much throughout the cycle, but seeing them running through the hallways while an alarm sounds throughout the building can't be good, at least not for us.
But there's no way they could have escaped this place, not on their own.
Meaning there's absolutely no chance we get out of here. Not unless we get help.
But where are we gonna find help? I mean, we don't even know where we are or how we got here.
Unfortunately, I don't know.
And what's more, there's something going on here that I don't like. If you saw, the Activator, the Wanderer, and the Protector are here. Those three are split pieces of my personality from the fractured universes. They even have my chicken form here. When we finally reopened the Origin, each of these forms were pieced back together to recreate me. So how are they here now, existing separately at the same time as me?
And, if all they need is information, why are they interrogating multiple versions of the same person? Would that not just give them duplicate information?
Unless it's because they hope to find answers, and with more versions of myself, there's more room for mistakes to be made on my part.
But answers for what? What do they need to know so desperately?
Hi guys. Did you...
Almost everything here seems to be automated. The only human interaction that I've had here is with the chef and the wardens. I suppose there isn't much need for security guards when this place is realistically impenetrable and inescapable. Well, maybe not that last part.
Welcome back to the world of the living.
I wouldn't quite call this living.
So, records show that you were murdered. Could you please describe the night this took place?
From what I remember, we were observing the universe at a fundamental level. After we were done for the night around 7:30, we left our research station. Morgan and Brian live in the opposite direction of where I do, so we parted ways. About 10 minutes after I left, I was jumped in an alleyway and stabbed to death. I barely had the chance to react to the attack.
Do you recall what the attacker or attackers looked like, or even who they might have been?
No, it all happened so fast and they concealed their faces.
I see. What did you experience when you died?
Well, it was actually quite strange. It was as if my soul was lifted from my body into the sky. I just kept going upward endlessly. At some point, reality blurred into my mind. I relived my memories again and again, but it was as if I was experiencing them for the first time. Eventually, I found myself in an entirely new location, a village of people who looked similar to me. I lived here for what felt like years, and eventually I grew tired of living there. And on the same day, this humanoid flew into my village and had begun placing explosives everywhere.
And what happened after this?
I ignited them.
You killed the entire village and caused the land to become unrecognizable. Why would you do that to the people you've lived with for years?
Because I wanted to. Then, after I died from the explosion, I simply went somewhere else, never once looking back at the destruction I caused. Eventually, I decided to travel back towards the origin, and I found that it was gone. Or so I thought. I found a new universe in the origin's place. It was similar, yet different. People I had acknowledged as background characters in my previous life were living in this universe. I had entered the universe, and the people living there cured me of an undead form I had taken. I lived with them and began learning.
This is how those who were also imprisoned here met you, correct?
Yes. And when that universe, which I had called my new home, collapsed, I watched as it reopened as something completely new. In this one, I chose to open a tavern, just like in the origin. And that's where I met him.
Who is this man you speak of?
The Wanderer. I learned through our conversations of everything that had happened since this collapse of the origin. And then it hit me. I was talking to Morgan Freeman. He said he had a plan to bring us back to the origin, but that he needed my help. I decided that if it meant I could talk to the real Morgan again, I'd help.
But helping to bring back the origin would mean you would no longer be alive.
I was barely alive to begin with. Not much would change, but Morgan would be able to get back to doing what he loves.
Destroying the fabric of reality? Or am I thinking of someone else?
What? No, researching the very same fabric.
It seems you aren't aware.
Aware of what?
It looks like we're done here.
Wait, what were you talking about just now?
We need to figure out how to get out of here.
We both know it's probably not possible.
But they did it.
Keep it down.
Right, sorry.
Hey guys, I was gonna talk to you earlier, but we were sent back to ourselves.
Oh yeah.
What are you guys thinking about right now?
How to get out of here.
Well, actually, I might be able to. I could be wrong, but it doesn't feel like they need much information out of me. They seem to be more interested in you two. I think there may be a possibility I can leave this place if I ask to go back and help those who need it.
That could potentially work. You are the only person who's qualified to run the hospital at this point in time.
That's what I was thinking.
Dr. J.O., shouldn't we have you send information to the others when you get out of here? So maybe someone can rescue us?
That's a good idea. Tell everyone about this prison. That way, we might have a chance of getting outside help.
Especially those who escaped before. We'd then be able to find out who helped them.
Then it's settled. I'll ask to go back and help, and when they release me from this place, I'll bring help to you guys.
Good luck, Make.
Where were you on the night of November 18th, year 100?
I was called in to secure the Bread Hospital.
What were you doing then?
I was helping those who were injured and ill as a result of the events that night.
Your main place of work isn't the hospital in Secure the Bread City. Why were you called into this hospital in particular?
Many people were caught up in the disaster of a night that was. Some of the staff were killed, The others needed medical attention themselves. I was the only qualified person available at that time.
On the afternoon following the night of reckoning, you received a package at Secure the Bread Hospital. What was in this package?
It was a chicken.
Why were you sent a chicken?
At first I was confused to see a crate with a chicken inside, but when I saw the note attached showing a blueprint, presumably for that chicken, I knew the only person that this would make sense coming from was Morgan Freeman.
Why did you order the chicken to be hooked up to the machine?
Because many individuals, including Morgan, were in comas, and I figured it may have something to do with waking them up.
Do you know what caused these individuals to fall into comas?
No.
Are you aware of what Morgan Freeman has done?
What do you mean? He was able to revive those who fell into comas and create a method of immortality and even resurrection.
That isn't what I meant.
Oh, I guess I don't know then.
Good. Our time here is done. You may return to your cell.
Wait!
Yes?
Can I be let free? There are still many who are injured from that night whom I need to care for. I'm the only doctor in Secure the Bread City who can help the injured and sick.
Normally, that would not be necessary, as your body continues to live on in the origin as you would have. But it seems your involvement in the causation of the Night of Reckoning and your aid in Morgan's plans are minor and oblivious. I suppose we may return you to the origin.
So he's looking good, Make?
What? Wait, Morgan! What are you... What am I?
You okay, Doc?
No, What about the... What about...
What about the what?
I don't remember.